Hey guys, it is Ryan. I'm not sure if you know this about me, but I'm a bit of a fun fanatic when I can. I like to work, but I like fun too. It's a thing. And now the truth is out there. I can tell you about my favorite place to have fun. Chumba Casino. They have hundreds of social casino style games to choose from with new games released each week. You can play for free anytime, anywhere. And each day brings a new chance to collect daily bonuses. So join me in the fun. Sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
Lucky Land Casino, asking people, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
Lucky? In line at the deli, I guess?
Aha, in my dentist's office. More than once, actually.
Do I have to say?
Yes, you do.
In the car before my kids' PTA meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Excuse me, what's the weirdest place you've gotten lucky?
I never win and tell.
Well, there you have it. You can get lucky anywhere, playing at LuckyLandSlots.com. Play for free right now. Are you feeling lucky? No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Previously on the ISFET archives.
I'm angry, Hastings, and I'm afraid she still has not called.
It appears that she hasn't gone too far from the city. She's only a couple hours away in Wisconsin. I am currently tracing the GPS on her smartphone.
How am I connected to her?
She thinks you're an anomaly, like me. A monster.
You're not a monster, and he's not an anomaly. I am pretty confident that you're her first harbinger.
This is why I'm telling you that we must eliminate them. We can vet Marcus first, but we need to be prepared for the fact that he is likely another anomaly.
Emily will not be okay with us murdering Marcus.
And who are Hastings and September?
They're my friends.
No, Emily. They're not. They are the real monsters.
TCO Cleaning Supplies. How may I direct your call?
This is Contractor Harp with an update on the current project.
Please proceed with your update.
Hastings and September are still active, and will attempt to disrupt the deal. I need to resolve the issue with them before proceeding.
So, as I said, we cannot delay much longer. We must go get Emily back, one way or another.
Contractor Harp. Please do not contact the main office or initiate a TCO Cleaning Supplies facility tour until negotiations are complete.
Well, Hastings in September. Looks like tonight's the end of the road for you.
ISFET Archives has adult language and violence and is not suitable for children. Listener discretion is advised. ISFET Archives is a Creative Typo entertainment production. If you enjoy this show, we invite you to support us on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Creative Typo. All levels of membership include ad-free listening, and our binge tier includes access to this complete season. Thank you for listening.
Chapter 8. The Chronicler.
Observation 6 from the ISFET Archives. It is hypothesized that an anomaly cannot gain direct control of their power. The ISFET drains life from creatures, foliage, and people around them. Because of this lack of control, every anomaly is to be treated and observed as a weapon of mass destruction. As a reminder, anomalies are not chroniclers, and thus, they do have the ability to lie.
Emily looked around the room, absorbing every detail. The wood paneling on the walls of the small cabin reminded her of a cheap motel. The counterfeit nature of the room did little to quell the building anxiety in Emily's chest. There were cheap stock photos of deer and lakes hung on the walls. A tube TV with its power cable draped over its face rested on the table. Besides the table, the only other piece of furniture in the room was the sofa that she sat on with Marcus. Marcus was a criminal. He was a bank robber that had just escaped police custody after a fuel truck ran into the police station and caused a horrific explosion. Even with this in mind, Emily felt an incredible amount of sympathy for the guy. Marcus was definitely younger than Emily, and already his brother had died. He was a wanted fugitive, and at this moment he was kidnapped with almost no clue as to what was going on. At least Emily knew enough to be both afraid and furious instead of just afraid. Emily pulled the throw blanket off the back of the sofa and draped it over her lap. She thought about snipping the blanket before laying it across her legs, but decided that she was cold and wanted the blanket in any case, so it was best to remain ignorant of any foul odors it might have. The cabin really was an unwelcoming place. Harp, the woman that had, for all intents and purposes, kidnapped Emily and Marcus, had mentioned that this cabin was owned by her company, a group called the Contra. At this moment, Harp was outside speaking on the phone with said company. That was probably best. Emily had just about all she could take with Harp and her cryptic bullshit.
Hey, do you trust her?
What?
Her, Harp. Do you trust her?
Oh, no, Marcus, I do not.
Yeah, I don't either.
You're the one that dragged me into her car.
I don't know why I did that. It just seemed like that was the only option at the moment. I'm sorry if I put us in more danger.
It's okay. I think I understand why you did it.
So, you really weren't at the bank?
No, I wasn't.
All of this is so weird.
To say the least. It's been like this for the last couple days, and to be quite honest, I'm exhausted.
Do you think Harp can help us?
I don't know. I don't know if anyone can help us.
Well, what do we do?
I don't know. I am open to suggestions, though.
Should we try to, escape?
We could. But where do we go after we escape?
We could go anywhere.
You're a wanted criminal. I don't think we could go anywhere.
Well, right. But I mean, there has to be a place that's safer than this one.
I don't know. It seems like she wants us for something. I don't trust her, but I'm not certain that we're unsafe.
I haven't felt safe since I walked into that bank.
I think we should wait it out and see what Harp knows. She seems to have some information.
Do you really believe all that stuff she told us?
Yeah, I think I do. It lines up with what September and Hastings have told me. Some of it seems make-believe, but I'm starting to think she's right about some pieces.
Do you think her secret group, or whatever they are, do you think they really want to help you?
That's the part I'm having a hard time believing. If they really wanted to help people like me, why did they have to treat it like a secret society? And why didn't she just approach me with this information?
Yeah, I was thinking, if they really do help other people like you, why didn't one of the other anomaly people that they've helped come with her?
There are too many things that don't make sense. It's like we're missing some key points of information.
So, do you have a plan? I don't understand how you're so calm right now.
Not a real plan. I'm gonna keep trying to get information out of her and hopefully just stall until my friends get here.
Your friends are coming?
Hastings in September, yeah. I'm pretty sure they are, at least. They know about Harp, and I think they'll come. I hope they'll come.
Hey, Emily?
Yes?
You keep saying that you're a monster. Why?
Because... Just never mind. I'm gonna rest my eyes for a minute. My head is killing me, and I'm exhausted. Will you wake me up if anyone else around here tries to kill me, please?
You're kidding, right? You're going to sleep?
Marcus, with the last few days I've had, I could probably sleep through anything.
Hastings enjoyed driving. There was something calming about the glide of an all-wheel drive sports utility vehicle cruising down the interstate at 65 miles per hour. Was it the best vehicle option for the environment? No. Were there faster and cooler-looking vehicles that could be driven? Sure. But no vehicle would be as satisfying to him as the quiet, smooth ride of an SUV. As a chronicler, Hastings could remember every time a human would complain about their vehicle. It was too expensive, they hated the color, they had to get an oil change again and didn't have time. All these complaints were tiresome. For the better part of his life, his main mode of transportation was a horse. And while many people thoroughly enjoyed riding horses, when that is the only option you have for hundreds of years, the experience of driving an SUV was to be appreciated. Hastings considered how September felt about the experience. September was a guide, so he frequently would be the lead when they traveled by a horse. Now there was a GPS module installed in the dashboard. September was a master of tracking in the wilderness, any terrain really. He was an absolute genius in a forest. Now they had a digital map with a big blue dot that marked the location of Emily's mobile device and beautifully paved roads to take them there. Hastings reflected on all the little tasks that September used to do in their earlier travels. He would hunt, fish, and gather their meals for them. He always could identify which taverns or inns to visit and which to avoid. He could determine if other travelers would be hostile or hospitable. Now the guide simply stared out the window, observing the nearly full moon.
You know, the moon won't be completely full for 2 more days.
That's nice.
If you are feeling completely useless, I could assign you some tasks while we drive.
What? What does that have to do with the moon?
Nothing.
Okay. What makes you think I'm feeling useless?
Well, you are not doing anything useful. That would be my first indicator.
Hastings, is there something specific you would like me to be doing?
Me? No, I don't need anything.
Okay, then.
You seem contemplative, or maybe flustered.
Yeah, I am.
Would you like to talk through it?
I'm having a hard time mapping out a way to salvage the situation. Anything I think might work could easily be disrupted by Isfet. I need something more solid.
Isfet is chaos. Even if you had a great plan for us, Isfet's chances of dismantling it are really high.
I think we should approach this as a rescue mission. When we arrive, I think we should try to speak with Harp. Maybe we can come to an understanding.
That is unlikely. The more likely situation is that this is a trap and Harp is going to kill us.
I'm tired, Hastings. I need this to work with Emily. I don't think that I can keep doing this.
I don't want to get killed, September. I like living.
I'm not saying I want to get killed. I'm simply saying that I don't want to kill them. I would rather risk working with 2 of them than killing them.
I see. I assume you have already calculated the risk.
You have done that for me more times than I can count. We both know the risks.
Yes, I suppose that is true.
Hastings, what does your gut tell you? Not just your head, but your actual instincts.
Okay, September. Let's do it your way. Let's rescue Emily and Marcus.
Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Emily Swanson looked out onto a snowy landscape. Somehow she knew that the entire countryside was reported to be frozen without warning or explanation. The outside landscape looked so beautiful in an eerie, lonely way.
When had it snowed?
At that moment, she realized she was dreaming again. Back in Chicago...
Wait. No. I'm in Wisconsin.
She was in Wisconsin now with Marcus and Harp. Back in Wisconsin, it was still summer and the day was warm. This was definitely a dream. She was getting better at managing her thoughts while in this dream state, but her body still could not be controlled. Maybe that would always be the case. Her dream host's body turned away from the window with a small pang of regret at the loss of the beautiful view. Her host began walking down the sconce-lit corridor. Emily realized that she carried a bowl of stew on a small platter.
This stew was meant for the Lord of the Keep.
Someone moved alongside her as she made her way to the Lord's bedchamber. Although she could only hear her own footsteps echo in the corridor, she knew Marcus was with her. When Marcus spoke, the voice resonated only in Emily's head. She had determined that the two were linked psychically.
Where are we?
We're in a dream. From the looks of this place, we're in maybe Europe? Possibly a couple 100 years ago.
Is this place real? It looks like a castle.
I think they are memories. Or visions of some sort. I haven't quite figured that out yet.
This isn't the first time this has happened to you?
No. It is the first time someone else has been here, though. How are you here?
I don't know. I don't feel like I'm here, though. Actually, I feel like I'm really high. But everything is still clear. It doesn't make sense.
Can you control your body?
Yeah, of course. Can't you?
No, not at all.
Emily, who are those two women at the end of the hall?
They're the last of the servant staff. It's a mother-daughter duo that had nowhere else to go, so they stayed here to help me with the household?
How do you know that?
I don't know. Sometimes I just get these memories while I'm drifting through a dream like this. It's hard to explain and impossible to control.
Whoa! Did you just see that?
I can't see anything. I can't even turn my head when I'm in a host body like this. What did you see?
No, I just walked through an end table like I'm a ghost. I couldn't feel anything.
You can see things that I can't? That's strange.
Okay, so what other things do you know about this place?
This keep is in the countryside. I'm not certain where. The lord of this keep was of low rank in court, but was rich enough to employ a decently sized staff. Many of the staff left for home once the weather turned. Some of the staff have died from hunger or the cold. I am not impacted by the cold or the sickness in this house. I don't know why.
Are you an anomaly here?
I don't know.
Anything else?
There are only 4 servants left. The mother and daughter that we just passed are 2 of them. The head of the house, which manages the property, is still here. And I am still here. I wasn't always delivering food to the Lord. I helped train the horses. I think that's all I know so far.
Where are we going?
We are taking the stew to the Lord's bedchamber. We're almost there.
Emily, there is someone else in the room with the Lord.
This man? He's the head of the house. The other person I told you about.
No, there's something strange about him.
What?
He knew.
Knew what?
He knew everything. He knew the freeze would come. He knew that all of those people would die. He knew everything would happen.
Here is the stew, sir.
Thank you. I will feed him. Will you please help him? Like you did before?
I think he loves the master of this house. He's caring for him. Look how he's spoon-feeding the Lord.
Marcus, can you see these blue lines this time?
Yes. Yes, I do. What is that?
These are the blue lines that I keep seeing when people die around me.
Is the Lord going to die?
I don't know. The lines are different this time.
How so?
They're going from my chest and into the Lord. Every other time they've come from the other person and gone into my chest. Then the blue drops from my chest to the ground where it seeps into the earth. This time is different. It feels like there's a reservoir of blue in my stomach. I can feel it trickling out of me.
Emily, look at the Lord. I think you're healing him. He is visibly getting better.
Oh my God. I think you're right.
I know I am.
How so?
Because the head of the house knows you are healing him, and I think I'm connected to him.
That is enough. You look fatigued. I will care for him from here on. Thank you.
How are you connected to him? What does that even mean?
I think he's a harbinger. I think I'm a harbinger.
Emily and Marcus wake at the same moment, with her mind still hazy from sleep and her vision slowly coming into focus. Emily's gaze shifted from Marcus to the window where she heard the noise. Harp knelt with one knee on a small stool and the other bent with her foot on the floor for support. She had a tripod set up next to the window, and her arms were wrapped around a large high-tech rifle. Emily didn't know much about weapons, but she wagered that this particular model was military grade. She unknowingly was correct in this assessment. Headlights from an automobile shined through the cabin window. The noise that woke her and Marcus must have been the vehicle's door shutting. Whoever was outside, they were not attempting to be sneaky. A more intense panic began to set in for Emily. She was right. This Harp person was very dangerous. And she had a sniper rifle. Was she the sniper from the cafe? Was she the person that set all of these events in motion by killing that man? Why hadn't Emily put this together before? And who was outside?
What's going on?
Harp?
Emily? Are you in there?
Emily Swanson is voiced by Tisha Zang. Marcus Baker is voiced by Nico Rodriguez. Hastings is voiced by Adam Culbertson. September is voiced by Richard Collins. Head of the House and Chronicler rules read by Shamas Rodriguez. And narrated by Michael Cole. Ispet Archives was written by Nico Rodriguez in collaboration with Tisha Zang. Ispet Archives is a Creative Typo Entertainment production. Find out more about our show at www.creativetypo.com.
A special thank you to Nick Mead, our executive producer from Patreon.
Hello, listeners. It's Stitch, aka the voice of Harp. We are so grateful for the time you've spent with our merry band so far. The Ispet Archives, brought to you by Creative Typo, is just been such a journey, and I cannot tell you how much love has gone into this. If you're eager to know what lies ahead, subscribe to the Binge Tilt on Patreon. It will get you access to all 10 episodes straight away. and you'll be supporting a grassroots show. Any support is very, very much appreciated. That's patreon.com/creative typo. A special shout out goes to our executive producer Nick Mead, whose support on Patreon has been invaluable. Even sharing the show is sharing the love, and if you can leave us a review on Podchaser, that would absolutely mean the world to us. Remember, you can always join us on discord.gg/creative typo for more interaction and updates, and find out more about the team and our other shows at creativetypo.com. Until we meet again, take care and farewell.